I'm Karen.
And together we're Fox and Rabbit. We're filming this, our 31st Flosstube. Finally. It's taken us a little while.
Very belated Happy New Year, everyone.
On Sunday, the 12th of February.
Yep.
We've been missing for a little while.
A whole month.
Month and a half.
Month and a half, but we missed January altogether. We didn't wish anyone a Happy New Year.
I think we
must have... Before Christmas was our last one?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think we slept through January, did we?
I think so. Gosh.
Yeah. But we have been a little
busy,
preoccupied.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Had a lot on.
Yeah. You've had your knee operated on?
Yep, on the 12th of January I had my knee operation for my torn meniscus. I went back on the 20th of January for my follow-up with my surgeon. He seemed to think everything was going as it should. I told him it was still very sore. That seemed to be expected. And I have another follow-up appointment. It was 6 weeks later, so that's on the 1st of March. But in this last, since Thursday, I've had a bit of a setback and I'm having trouble walking, putting any weight on my knee. I don't know what I've done. I don't know if I've done something in my sleep. I just don't know. Bren went up yesterday and bought me some crutches. So, I think you can see one of them in the background there. So that's been fun. I'm trying to work out how to walk on those things.
It's funny watching you try and walk on them.
Thought it'd be easy. You see it on the TV, it looks easy. It's not easy. So, but I just need to keep the weight off for my knee. So I'm going to actually call the nurse practitioner for my surgeon. She's been lovely. She said to ring if ever I've got a problem. I'm going to ask if I can probably get another MRI so I can make sure I haven't done anything that needs more repair, so I can have that for when I go back and see him on the 1st. But that's meant Brennan's been pulling triple duty up here at the studio.
It's been nice. I've been up here by myself.
On your own, yes. Yeah. But Brennan's what have you been? Cutting, serging, dyeing, ironing and packing, including last month's fabric of the month, the January one, and this month's fabric of the month. He's done a lot. So
it's all gone a lot more smoother.
Yeah, maybe. Maybe I can just stay home and stitch full time.
I think I should sack you.
Yeah, maybe. I'll just be our model stitcher and designer. Sounds good. No, Brent's been wonderful. So it's just been a little bit of a hectic 6 weeks or so. We've gone to film Flosstube. I've been home and my knee's been hurting. I've got a lot of stitching done. I've got all my models done, but I just haven't been in the mood to kind of get out of the house and come up here and film. I'd walk for sort of an hour and then I'd be set back for half a day. So now it's our first time back and we want to get back to our regular schedule. But yeah, so...
We never had a regular schedule.
No, but it wasn't like 8 weeks or whatever it's been this time.
Yeah, it's
about 8 weeks off. And we've had so many lovely people reaching out and saying, are you guys okay? We missed you. That's so lovely. But yeah, no, I'm the one to blame for this one, really. So, and as I said, poor Brent's barely had a day off. You've had the odd bonsai lesson, but that's about it in the last 2 months, isn't it? So...
Oh.
But the good thing is our fabric's all been going out. Shops are getting it. I'm seeing posts everywhere on
how you're
Instagram.
Our fabric.
Our fabric. Anyway, yeah, so that's us. But yeah, we've had... and then we've had some disappointing news the other week.
Yeah, so people are starting to actually hear, but we're not going to be able to make it to market this year.
No, we'd normally be getting ready. We'd be normally flying out at the end of next week.
Well, normally our stock would have gone...
End of this week. No, it would have been end of this week.
Yeah, the end of sometime this week, the stock would have been picked up.
I'm still waiting on some covers.
And shipped out.
Yeah.
To the hotel to wait for us to get there and unpack it and let it be adopted into new shops. But unfortunately, we had a
setback.
A little hiccup. Well,
big hiccup.
Pretty big hiccup. Unfortunately, the linen that we ordered for market wasn't ready in time.
No.
The good news is it's ready now.
Yep, and it's part of it's on its way, enough to get us going anyway.
Yeah. So it was ready this week, or the week that's just gone.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, that's too late for us to have dyed it and processed it, dyed it, and got it shipped to the US, especially when it's just...
Oh, well, it's not even through customs yet, so it's not even in the country yet.
It hasn't left Germany yet.
And last time it got caught in customs, a week?
Yeah, it's just packed up, ready to
just
be picked up by DHL. So hopefully it'll be picked up on Monday or Tuesday.
Yeah.
Hopefully we'll have it in a week.
Fingers crossed.
Fingers crossed, and we can start getting some more orders out again.
Yeah.
So that's just been disappointing.
Well, especially too, because it means now we've, apart from missing it with the sales, we also lose our room, which is unfortunate. So we have to go back on the waiting list, don't we? Which is,
and we're going to miss catching up with everybody.
All our friends, but anyway, it is what it is.
All the other designers in the shops and.
Yeah, it's our one chance being so far away, isn't it, Brent, to have face-to-face contact with the shops.
And being the loud Australians down in the bar at night time, keeping everyone awake.
And just FYI, that was Brendan last time, not me. So, Brendan, you and Brian and Teresa and I were being very well behaved.
I think it was me last time and the time before
I think it was. Yeah. Anyway.
Alcohol and me don't mix very well.
Oh,
I get loud.
You're funny. You're very funny.
Especially free alcohol.
Yeah, we always catch up with Brian and Teresa too for a couple of days, usually before and after, as well as catching up with them. They're very good friends. That's Brian and Teresa from Needle Bling, and we always have such a great time. And it's really our only time to catch up with them, isn't it?
Yeah.
So that I'm really going to miss them, and a lot of our other friends. And as you said, the shops. Being in Australia, you don't get a chance to go and do trunk shows and stuff like a lot of the designers in the States can do. So for us, it's kind of a once a year.
It means I save a bit of money, but because
how
we don't go shopping in shops on the.
Well, that's true.
As we travel around the US.
Yeah, but we are. Look, we've got obviously had our flights booked. So the good news is we've actually transferred them now to late April, so that we can go and have a holiday.
I haven't actually rebooked yet.
Haven't you?
No.
Oh, we can though.
Yeah, I've got credits for them to.
Oh, that's right. Brent's just want to wait and make sure that my knee's going to be okay. But at this stage, we're planning on coming over mid to late April. I might even have my birthday over there in May, so that'll be nice. But we've got to be back in plenty of time because we've got the Stitches Merchant retreat the last weekend in May, which we're teaching at
Glen Innes.
At Glen Innes. So if anyone, I think there's still spots available. So if anyone's interested in that, I think you're going to love the project that we've done. That's the one good thing about my knee. It's giving me time to get lots of models done. That's you can contact the Stitches Merchant and book a spot. And in lovely Glen Innes, which is in rural, sort of northwest New South Wales, which will be lovely. But so hopefully we'll have our holiday, come back nice and refreshed, all ready for the retreat. And we're going to the Pacific Northwest, so Brennan can go Bigfoot hunting. Yeah, he might get in this time.
Yeah, maybe.
So that's going to be fun.
But. Because we've already done all the work for market releases, we're still going to actually release them. Even though we can't be there in the US, can't show everybody, we're still going to release them. And on our next Flosstube video, we'll show them all to you.
Yep.
So we've got 3 new linen colours and a couple of new designs.
I think 6 new designs. One of those including the X-Stitch the Rainbow, the tea time reveal. So
we'll show you those on our next video because we're still waiting for a couple of models to be finished framing.
Yeah, one has to be framed, one has to be fully finished, which will all be hopefully this week. So we'll definitely have them in 2 weeks' time, ready to show.
Yeah. So they'll be available to order from your favourite local needlework store.
Yep. They'll also be on their way to the distributors. Yarn Tree,
the charts will be.
The charts will be, not linen. The charts have already been ordered by our distributors. Yarn Tree, who puts the Nashville needlework market on, did say that if we could get them to them, I think this week, they could sell them at market for us. But unfortunately, they just won't be back from the framer and the printers in time. So they would have been in time for us to ship over via DHL with our linen, had that have gone ahead, but not enough time to get to Yarn Tree in time. But they will have them for the shops after market, as will Hoffman.
Yeah. So. And there's some really nice designs too.
Thank you. Oh. Well, I did them.
What about the fabric?
The fabric's pretty. Oh, I'm sorry, baby. And the fabric's good too.
It's not very good when you have to fish for your own compliments.
Sorry, baby. And the fabric is fabulous. And in fact, one of them is a commissioned piece. One of our 3 new linen releases.
Yeah. So we'll have
a young new designer.
We'll have 2 neutral colours. And they're both really nice colours. Well, I think they are anyway, but I'm a bit biased.
They're 2 of my favourites. I love them.
And we'll have a colour as well. And that colour was commissioned by a new designer.
Rosie Garrett?
Yeah. So she works with Michelle
mum.
Garrett
Yeah.
at Bendy
Bendy
Stitchy.
Stitchy.
She's their featured designer.
Yeah, so Rosie's releasing her first, I don't think she's actually going to market, but her first new design will be released at market. It's called Rosie's Dreaming Tree, I believe. And she asked for a blue linen, which you did. And because she commissioned it, Rosie got naming rights.
Yeah, and she's called it True Blue, which we thought was funny because True Blue is an Australian expression.
Yeah.
She didn't know that.
She didn't know that, though. I thought that was funny. And the design is fabulous. It's bright, it's fun, it's original. And I'm not sure.
When I say it's an Australian expression, it's a good Australian expression. It's not one of those rude ones that we have a lot of.
So if you're a true blue Aussie, you're a good bloke or you're a good girl or good whatever. It just means if something's true blue, it's it's authentic. Exactly, that's the best word for it.
Yeah.
So great choice. But yeah, so I'm assuming that I know Michelle was going to be putting up her market releases on her Flosstube, I think pretty soon. So I'm guessing that Rosie's will be shown there as well. I can't wait to actually see that.
And we are sending some linen in fat quarters in 36 count to Michelle, so that she'll have that to sell with the charts in her room.
Yeah, because we want to at least send her something to go with the design, seeing as they won't be able to get it from our room. And it'll obviously be available to shops. It was 36 for the model, isn't it?
36 for the model.
And then afterwards, it'll be available at all counts to shops. So, so check out, if any of the shops are watching, Michelle will have some of that true blue linen in her room.
Yeah.
All going on with the mail and everything. It's plenty of time.
Well, I'll be sending it tomorrow, so she'll have it by Friday or Monday at the latest. So she'll have it in plenty of time.
Yep.
Okay, so some other big news as well. We talked about it last year, about bringing on an extra base linen, and we've been working with Herman over the last couple of months, and we've got a shipment that's on its way to us now that we'll be using for samples to send to shops and designers so they can actually have a look.
See what they think?
Over the new base. Initially, we're bringing it in 32, 35, which is their version of 36 count, and 40 count, which are our most popular counts. And we're only bringing in that as a supplement to Zweigart. So Zweigart, we've got a great relationship with them, and that's not going to stop.
No.
But unfortunately, a lot of other people have a great relationship with them as well.
Yeah, exactly. The demand is just huge.
Yeah.
They're doing the best they can to get it out to as many people that want it as possible.
Yeah.
But we've got to also look after the supply for us going forward as well.
So we'll be bringing the Herman base in as an optional base in those 3 counts. So if shops don't want to, if you as a stitcher don't want to use Herman or shops don't want to, that's perfectly fine. We'll just have it as an option there. So if we are short on a Zweigart base for a shop's order, we'll give them the option of switching that over for a Herman base. And if they want to wait to Zweigart, then
it just means they'll have to wait a little bit longer. Just means it doesn't interrupt our supply to the shops.
Yeah, so we're just bringing that in as that extra base, so that we'll always have those 3 common count linens on the shelf.
Yeah.
So that we can dye and get orders.
Because we also have our fabric clubs, we have our Patreon, we have everything. We have to have a regular supply.
And it means we'll be able to if some of the shops and users stitches are a bit more flexible in the base, we'll be able to get orders out quicker.
Oh, way quicker.
Yeah. Because it's those 3 counts, especially 36 and 40, where the highest demand is, and where sometimes it's hardest to get that linen.
Yeah.
But as I said, our relationship with Zweigart will continue the way it has, and most of the linen and all of the Ada that we dye and ship out will still be Zweigart.
Yep. We just got to be careful what we're going forward. So.
We're just trying to make sure that there's just more options and there's less delays in us getting orders out.
And we don't let anyone down. So
yeah. So that's all of our news.
Yeah.
I don't think we've missed anything.
No, it really just has been work for you.
Just
stitching for me on models and resting. I'm going a little bit berserk in the house.
I just can't believe it's already the middle of February.
Yeah, wow. Seriously. I know that soon on Instagram or Flosstube people will be starting countdowns to Christmas, and that will really depress us. But we've got a holiday to look forward to. And that's another reason I want to get my knee sorted as soon as I can. Because I don't want this still going on at the end of April, or I won't be going anywhere. And that's another thing too. I think.
Well, that'll determine when our vacation is.
Yeah, sometimes things happen the way they're meant to too. Like, I think now that my knee is worse than I thought it was going to be, the recovery, Brandon probably would have had to just go to market on his own.
I would have Noah there to help me.
I was going to say, the only good thing is Noah would have been there to help us. Oh, that's who I'm also going to miss seeing. We're really gutted. Our friend Noah comes and helps us at market. But it would have had to have been Brandon, Noah, and that would have been a big job. And you would have had to come home straight away too.
Noah and I would have been okay.
I know you would. You'd been great. But I'm just saying I would have probably not been able to go anyway. So, yeah, and you would have it would have been a big trip for you to go over, spend a couple of days and fly home. My gosh.
Like all the rest of the
Like
Australians
all the Australian shops do, yeah, exactly.
I just come home and sleep for a week.
Yeah. So I'll just have to shop through the Stitches Merchant and the Cruel Goblin and pick up all my market releases that I've missed buying there. So, yeah, anyway.
And stitching time.
And stitching time. Oh, God, yeah, of course. Yeah, you should never start naming shops you love because you're bound to miss one of your favourites. I do it all the time. So I blame the medication I'm on for my forgetful memory.
Well, how do you explain before you're on the
Well,
medication?
I don't know. It's a bad memory in general anyway. Okay, what's next on our list, baby?
Stitching.
Stitching. Well, I basically can't show you anything because I thought we were going to market. I've been doing nothing but stitch models. So I said they're ready to go. I've been very, very productive. I did stitch a Christmas present from my friend Carol, which Bren will insert the photo here. Oh my gosh, I must love her because this was hard to give up. You know, I love you big time when I stitch something or quilt something or something or crochet something and gift it to you because I like to keep everything I make. I'm not terrible. Oh, anyway. So anyway, I stitched this for my friend Carol. She's Cherry Pie Designs. We've talked about it before. She's a fabulous quilt designer and a wonderful friend, and she just became a grandma. Congratulations, Carol, for the first time. Okay, and so this is, what's this called? This is called Mockingbird's Message Pin Keep. I love these birds from Scattered Seed Stitches. I was thrilled with the way this turned out. Brendan will insert a photo here.
I thought it was inserted back there.
It was inserted somewhere. You'll see it. And so, yeah, look, I did have a very small start on the Modern Folk Embroidery January sale, but because, again, January is a bad time for me normally to do personal stitching because I'm doing models for market. So the good thing is they're done, and now I can get back to my personal stitching for a little bit, although I do have that Stitches Merchant model to do. But next video I'll have a lot more of my personal stitching to show you. But you've actually done more than me on the personal stitching. You did, my friend...
What about your other news?
Oh, that's right. Yes, I did fit. Well, that's models, but I can't show. Another thing I can't show.
It's exciting.
But it is. So we were asked to design a model for the Just Cross Stitch.
You were asked.
I was asked.
Yeah.
To design,
I had nothing to do with it.
To design an ornament for the 2023 Just Cross Stitch ornament issue. So that was a thrill. That was lovely to be asked. So I am really, really happy. I was thrilled with the way it came up finished. I think it's about to be delivered. I think
No, it's already there.
It's there? Oh, thank goodness. So we had to send the model over. It had to get there by the 27th, I think, or the 17th, I think, of February. So
they got it last week.
That's fantastic. So that's really good news. I just have to get them a photo of Brendan and I now.
We've got to find one where I don't look fat.
And me too. So, yeah. Anyway.
I think Photoshop's going to have to be involved.
I think so, baby. I think so. So, yeah. So that was a thrill for me.
Well, that's good. I can take the grey hair and the wrinkles out too.
Yeah.
You don't have any grey hair.
Put more blonde. I got the blonde put back in last week.
I don't have
Washed
anything
all
but
grey
grey
away.
anymore.
Oh, no, sweetness. Oh, my gosh. And the trouble is, too, because of my knee and I can't get anywhere. We're not walking. We're not exercising. You know, we're just not doing anything. You're not doing it because I'm not doing it. So it's like, oh.
Well, I'm not doing it because I'm here.
Yeah, I know. That's what I'm saying. So we've got to get back onto it.
I'll get one of those Kardashian filters.
Oh, yes. Yeah, mate. Take about 10 years off me and about
whatever
30 kilos and I'll be fine. Yeah, so that was lovely. So that was something I finished in January. Got that away. I'm trying to think what other. I said the cross stitch, the rainbow, the tea time. That's done and finished. And so we'll show. Well, I can't show you obviously the ornament issue, but I can show you the others in the next video. And then my friend Linda had a birthday in January. It's weird. It feels like it's so long ago now. But our friend, and I had a lovely stitching day with her and my other friend Naomi. Because I was model stitching at the time and coming up to deadlines for market, I ran out of time. Linda's favourite colour is blue, so Naomi had the idea to each stitch one of these for Linda, and so she could have a bowl of pears. Well, Naomi picked a lovely variegated sulky blue, and Brendan kindly offered to stitch the pear for me as long as I finished it. And I was actually really happy with how it, beautiful.
I'm glad you're happy with how I
stitching.
stitched it.
Brendan was really nervous stitching it though, because it's funny when it's for someone else, isn't it? And
but I stitched the whole thing like
how
4
many times, baby? It was beautiful stitching.
The amount of unpicking I had to do because I made counting mistakes.
Because is it symmetrical?
Yeah.
The one we picked?
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's symmetrical. And for some reason, one side was up one stitch and then you
I was out one stitch here and then I'd find it like 2 days after and have to unpick 2 days
I
worth
know.
of stitching.
Oh my God, it was just, it was hilarious to actually listen to. It was like, I've done it again, I've done it again.
There were lots of swear words in that.
So anyway, it's the Red Work Pears by Annie B's Folk Art. The one we chose, well, you'll see. I took a little quick video of it so you could see how nice it looked. Brendan was nervous stitching it. I was even more nervous finishing it, because normally if I finish something that I've stitched, if I muck it up, well, I'll stitch it again. But this was Brendan's stitching, and it was so beautifully stitched. And you really liked stitching on the sulky, didn't you?
Yeah, it was really nice.
It's really good. We just picked a straight 36 count platinum. So I got platinum linen, which Naomi had, I had, everyone has. So we didn't do it on one of our hand dyes, but we did do it with a variegated thread, which was beautiful. So Brendan will insert the video. I took a quick video before I went over and gave it to Linda.
Okay, this is the pear by Annie B's that I made from my friend Linda. First time making one of these, so I was reasonably pleased with the way it turned out.
And that was that stitching, and then
I haven't actually done all that much. So on the 1st, was it the 1st of January? Did I start this?
1st of January.
Yeah. I started on the 1st and then put it aside and didn't start it again until this week. I'm stitching with our friend Laurie, Simple Harmony. So
the box by
Katie
Strachan.
Using the Modern Folk embroidery
chart, which is gorgeous, from Jacob.
So that's as much as I got done.
It's beautiful. It's so pretty. And again, you're using the thread that Katie chose too. Was it Swa? It's one of the Access Commodities ones.
Sorry, I didn't bring it.
I can't remember. It's not here, but yeah. We'll remember it for the next time, because he'll have more to show you next video.
Yeah. So that's
you
as
chose
far
like
as
a
I've got
burgundy,
it,
didn't you?
Yeah.
I think Laurie's doing it in the green, which would be lovely, which is my favourite colour.
Well, she was waiting her fabric last time I spoke to her. So.
And we've got it. That's the other thing too, just quickly for anyone who's looking out, and also our patrons, we actually, because of my medical situation, I just wasn't up to sitting through a Zoom. Like, even now, sitting here, my knee is aching quite badly. So we are going to schedule our Zooms, because we miss seeing everybody. So you will probably do that tonight or tomorrow. We'll get our Zoom schedule back up too. So, and Brent typically stitches with them on Zoom.
Yeah.
So we'll see Laurie and see how far she's gotten, and so righto. So that's all our stitching. What else, baby?
This keeps turning itself off.
We can't have that. We need our plan. We haven't got a clue what we're doing. We're feeling a bit rusty, I have to say. Oh my gosh, it's our 3rd time we've had to start this video.
And remarkable, if you're watching this, I hate the upload.
Brandon uses one of these, what are they, baby? Like a video, e-tablet as a notebook, which he loves.
But they've done an upgrade to it, and it's horrible.
I never understand these tech places when they have a good product, even things like, Word or anything. They send these updates out and they wreck everything. It's like, it was perfect before. Stop it. Don't be sending these things out. And what did you say? This one can't be undone.
Yeah, it can't go back to the old version. So I'm just going to wait till they fix all the bugs.
But Brad used to be in IT, so this stuff does his head in. So, yeah. Anyway. So what are we doing now, baby? We're doing purchases.
Purchase us.
Okay. Oh, gosh. I don't even know what it is. I haven't really feel like I've bought a lot. However, it has been almost 2 months since we filmed, so I do have a few things. What do I have? I ordered some stuff. Okay. And now everyone's obviously, I'm sure, have seen this for Brenda. Oh, I didn't get those things. Oh, yes, I did. Brenda.
I haven't got them.
Oh, you did, yeah. Brenda from Brenda and the Serial Starter. As everyone I'm sure knows, Brenda turned 60 in January. So one of the things that a lot of people are stitching, and I've just got a couple of stitches in, so I could technically start it in January, but I will now get back to this, is Martha Evans 1879 by the Scarlet House. I got the call for a Verissoir 103s from a Stitch in Time down in Tasmania, and I'm stitching it on 40 count flannel flower, which is my favourite of our linens. Well, it was my favourite. Now we've got the two releases, the two technical market releases, so I think one of those, or maybe both of those might overtake that. I don't know. I just seem to always reach for flannel flower. I've got quite a lot of things I'm stitching on at the moment. And then I just did an order directly to Brenda Gervais. Her shop is with the Needle and Thread. Her online shop is Country Stitches. These are some older ones that I thought I'll go through and just see ones I haven't got, because I love Brenda's stuff. This is Mansion House at Fox Hollow, which I love. So these are some oldie but goodies. This one's from 2016. This one's a Stitch in Time. It's a pinball and needle and scissor key. Hope this is not too shiny. I don't want to take them out of the packet.
Tilting them so they're not shiny.
Thanks, baby. This one's Little Red House Sampler. I think I may have seen this on Carol Saltbox Stitcher.
I'm a professional pattern holder.
You got a fair bit of practice, sweetness. And this one I just love. This one looks like it's a computer-generated picture, but I really want to stitch this. It's sort of got a bit of an American theme, but it is. It's an oldie because you can tell by the chart cover. This one is from 2011. This is just called Soar. The only problem is I probably have to stitch it on something like our Black Swan, and I'm not good at stitching on the black. In actual fact, it's not being released at market, but I've had a lot of people asking me, am I doing any more of my... when I say not being released at market, not being released with this lot of new releases we're doing now. My insect series, I've done honeymakers, the dragonflies, the butterflies, and the ladybugs. I asked for some suggestions. I think on Gary and Ronnie's Flosstube that we did with them. And out of all I've now got a list of great insect suggestions, but one of them came up multiple times, and I've now designed it. And because there was not the rush now, I was going to try to get it finished for market, but now there's not the rush. I will probably send that one off to a model stitcher because it is going to be on our Black Swan.
You're going to torture Marg, are you?
Yep. Marg said she can do it on the black, so I was like, okay. Wow. So that will be a release. It depends when she does it. So I'll probably do my single one. You know how I do I always do like the circle, and then I do a single one of the bug. I'm not going to say what it is, but it is on black, and I'm loving what it's looking like on my design screen. So I'll probably stitch the little one, and Marg can do the big one. So whenever she's finished hers, I'll make sure mine's probably a winter release. Summer in the States, winter for us, something around about that time. So look out for that one. I have not forgotten my insects. Okay, and this one, I got two. I don't think was this one released. Sure, when this was fairly recent, I think. Oh, it doesn't have dates on them, I don't think. This is Hands Across the Sea samplers. I think I saw someone post this, and I just love the baskets and stuff. This is called Ruth Bates 1823. Okay, this is another one. I think everyone's got this. I just love this so much. This is Simone Smalls. I'm really... I'm disappointed because Simone was going to be at market this year, and I was really looking forward to meeting her, but that's a little gorgeous book, and it's got sort of red, predominantly red, but red and blue. I think there are two colours that are used in them.
Yeah, she was making her market debut.
She is, I know, so that'll be fabulous. There are two colours in this. I think it is those. Where are they? Pretty sure it's only 2. Cherry Cobbler by Classic Colourworks, and the other one. So you only have to have your the 2 colours, and the other one is Dublin Bay by Classic Colourworks. So the whole book is just in those 2 colours. So I love that.
There's lots of pretty designs in it.
Beautiful. I love the one with the house on the cover, and I just love everything in there. As many of you know, I love finishing, so that's right up my alley. So couldn't get that one quick enough. I bought Pansy Patch Quilts and Stitching Bluebirds and Bluebells, Sample and Smalls. Love that. I think that's a new release, 2022. Well, it was end of last year, obviously. And the Scarlet House. This was part, I think, of the Kitten Stitcher Advent box in 2021. This is Lucy Owen.
It's pretty.
Isn't that pretty? I think Brenda stitched that. I think she's finished it and framed it and got it on the wall, which is no surprise. I think that's all my purchases of actual stock. The other things have all been my Patreon releases. So this will obviously be 2 months' worth. This is from the Witchy Stitcher. Welcome to the... This is for Patreon. I think I'm in level 3. I can't remember. That's that one. That was, I think, January's and February's is... This is cute. Ghost-Faced Valentine. Meg's just moved house, so it's been a very exciting time for her as well. Well, I was pretty much keeping up to date on the Autumn Lane Stitchery Dark Queen of the Earth, but then Model Stitching for Market had to take over. So I'm now looking forward to getting back to this because I've only finished part 3 and we're already up to part 6. But I think it's pretty stitch heavy down the bottom, but from what everyone's saying, I think a bulk of the stitching up to part 6, part 6 is the bulk of the stitching, and I don't think the next 6 months will be quite as stitch heavy. So I should be able to catch up, I'm hoping. But this is it's just stunning. This is... I'll show my stitching of this in our next video. So that's up to part 6, Dark Queen of the Earth. Did I say Earth or Sea? Dark Queen of the Earth, if I said sea before. This was a purchase I also made, which was from the Witchy Stitcher. This is called Apothecary. Get my Halloween kind of stitching in early. Modern Folk Embroidery have a lovely one. It's called Dream of a Winter Garden. I love this. Jacob, he just never fails to knock it out of the park. Okay, I also purchased this little one. This is from a company called Blue Owl Land. Owl as in the bird. Blue Owl Land. They're on Etsy. And it's called a pumpkin. It's a little pumpkin, and I love it. That'd be a lovely gift.
It's like it's a book.
Yeah, it's fairly thick, isn't it? I know, you certainly get your money worth. I think the patterns only like $8 or $8 or something. It's not very expensive, and yeah, it's like the finishing instructions should say that finish. Like, I mean, I love to finish, but the finishing instructions are next level. Every single thing is photographed. Isn't it amazing? Templates, everything's amazing.
25 pages.
25 pages just of instructions. So if you're worried about finishing things, you would be hard-pressed not to be able to finish this. Her photos are stunning, and the instructions are stunning.
Well, even I could almost do it.
Yeah, I think so, baby. You can make it up for me. That could be your first finishing project.
Almost.
Okay.
Well, I near a sewing machine. I'll probably sew.
That'll probably be the next thing. You'll be sewing all my bags for the next Patreon release, because that's got to go out very, very soon. I started those for our last lot went out in December. I've got the next lot to finish sewing. I started them before my operation, but I've got to finish them now. Okay, so Teresa Koga, fabulous Patreon account. She's wonderful. So I'm sure many of you have already seen these other floss tubers from back in January, but I'll show them anyway. This was, I'm in tier 4, and this is one of the ones for January. This one is called Happy House. Teresa's just such amazing value. This one is Thy Neighbour. You get 3 charts when you're in level 4, as well as other great perks like her Mystery Stitch Along, which she finished the Strawberry Manor, I think it is, and she's starting our new one. So anyone who wants to signs up, I think on March 15th or something, she's starting the new Stitch Along, Mystery Stitch Along, and she stitches it with us. So I can't wait to get the supplies, because without all the market commitments now, I'll be actually able to hopefully keep up with that. Don't quote me on that. This one is another one. This is called I Live in a Cottage.
I don't have to quote you on it because it's all recorded.
I know, baby, I know. This is gorgeous. This is one called Needle and Flax, and I think this was a bonus because she did a beautiful, beautiful chart for us. May even be a market release, I'm not sure. When she reached, I think it was 1,000 subscribers. And when patron, sorry. And this was, I think, was a release when she got to 2,000. So this was a bonus. And again, it was just for that month, I think, when she reached 2,000, and then it's gone. So this is called Needle and Flax. And then we've got February. So these ones just came out, now it's 2 weeks ago now. This is Be Kind. I think this was my favourite from this month. I love it. No, I don't know. They're all my favourite. Home Sweet Home.
That's because it's got bees and honey on it.
I know. If it's got bees and beehives, I'm all in. Just fabulous charts. And Buzzing of the Day. Oh, see, I love this. Maybe
beehives
and bees. And moons and stars and suns, and it's everything I love. Now, the other thing Teresa did for us, she did a couple of lives in her Patreon for going back through all of the designs that she's released, because if you are a member, they go down, they're taken down every month, but if you want ones from previous Patreon months, you can actually go in and buy it through a special link. So she went back, I think, and showed us all of the designs right back from, I think she started in 2020, I think, her Patreon. I think she's been going 2 years now. I've been a member for about 14 months, I suppose, since I found out about it. But she's showed us putting it in all these folders, so that obviously you get the downloads, but you really got to print them, because you never know if they're going to somehow disappear out there somewhere. I don't know. I'm always nervous about having things. I know it's in the cloud and everything, but you think, oh, if I lose it. So I've pretty much printed all mine out, and I'm putting them all in folders. And she's done these wonderful kind of things. You know the folders where you have the plastic insert and the plastic insert on the spine? So Teresa's done all these wonderful different themes for us to put in the different folders, like spring, Americana, Christmas, Halloween. And then she also gave us the spines that we can just slice down there and put down the spines. So once my knee is better, I will be getting those all organised into the folders.
On this side, that way you don't get it mixed up.
Thanks, baby. Now, speaking of Patreon, my friend Liz from Liz Matthews has started a Patreon. Very exciting. So I of course had to join straight away. Got to support our designer friends. Liz released this beautiful one. She has, I think, 4 tiers. She's done it a little bit different to other Patreon artists and stuff. But just if you just go on Patreon, search for "Hello" from Liz Matthews, and this is the exclusive chart for this month. So very timely with Valentine's Day. Now, the other thing I should mention too is
that one over there.
Oh yeah, that was an old Witchy Stitcher one. I love that. Lillian Herman Munster. Somebody stitched this on Instagram, and I had never seen it before. This was a freebie on Meg's. Didn't buy it. Sorry, it's a freebie on her website, witchystitcher.com, and it's Lillian Herman Munster. So I love me Frankenstein.
Is that you and me?
That must be you and me, baby, especially with my big grey strings. Yeah, so that's cool. So that was a freebie. It's a good one. Also, many of you probably saw, and I've had a million questions, I designed a sampler for Brenda's 60th. This was going to be a market release, and I was stitching day and night on the actual model. So it was a gift for Brenda with a few things in it that were just for her. I've taken a few of those things out from my model. Obviously things like the Michigan flag stuff And don't worry, yes, I am putting those extras in with the chart so people can stitch it with the Michigan flag and with a few little things that were just unique to Brenda's house. So my model won't have that in it, but those options will be in with the chart. So don't worry. Everyone freaked out when they thought they weren't going to have the option of the Michigan flag. I don't know. But because we don't now have that deadline of market, I'm just taking my time to stitch this. And I also don't kind of want to get lost. I'm really happy with how it's looking. I don't want it to get lost in all of the market releases that are coming out. Sometimes that can happen. So I'm thinking this may be probably more likely a June release with our next lot of releases, I think. That will give me plenty of time to stitch it, make the changes as I go. I told Brendan, please don't stitch it until I've finished it because I'm making changes to colours and things as I go. But that was the chart. That's just straight off our computer-generated screen. It's looking a lot nicer in real life. And I've already made some changes to colours and things as I've gone. So we will let you know when that's ready, but probably I'm thinking about aiming, especially if we go overseas in April, I think we'll aim for a June release so I don't have to rush. There's another thing. For those who quilt, I'm trying to get back into quilting, which I love. In fact, two friends that have joined me on this quilt along, Liz from Elizabeth Ann Can Stitch and Liz Matthews, both bought this chart. It's, what is it? Is it Lilla Boutique by Vanessa Gertzen? I think it's called Starstruck 2. Lilla Boutique. It's lillaboutique.com, and you can buy that. It's a printable PDF. It's a very, very easy chart. For anyone who's wanting to do beginner quilting, it's a very easy one. But they're doing a quilt along, so you can follow Liz and Liz as they do this. I think Liz Matthews had put a video up recently on Instagram just showing her start. Two of my friends, Linda and Naomi, are doing it as well. Linda's kind of doing her first proper. I think she did something years and years and years ago, but this is her first real foray into quilting. Now the girls came up here. One day last week, I couldn't do anything because I literally could only sit there, but we've got a big cutting table and stuff out there. So I said, well, come up to the studio. They both live nearby. And Naomi kindly, because I couldn't stand, she kindly cut my blocks for me. So I'm going to be a little bit behind just because I can't use the sewing machine at the moment. But that's going to be a lot of fun. I picked a range that I picked up. It's called Reed's Legacy that I've chosen. And it was by Gina at the Country Sampler. It was one of her beautiful fabric lines. I picked it up there when we first visited the Country Sampler in 2020, and I've been wanting something to use it with since then, so I'll show you those when I get to sewing. And I think last but not least for my purchases is I've mentioned this a lot, I'm in the, I thought this was going to be a really quick video, but anyway, I'm in the Evertotes Floss of the Month Club, and I'm in the Colour and Cotton Floss of the Month Club. Now I've got 2 months worth. Will we show them one at a time, or is there too many, baby?
It's up to you.
So there's a combination. We'll do this really quickly. There's a combination. My Colour and Cotton February one is on its way, so I'll show those in the next one. But Leah and Roxy's February one just arrived, so this is January and February. Let's go quickly.
You've got them all mixed up. But
I have. I don't know which is, but they'll all go on my floss ring.
I can't read it. Quartz.
Quote unquote.
Oh, okay.
What?
Well, I need my glasses fixed.
You've got your glasses on, baby.
It's a pretty colour.
It's really pretty. Satin. Look at that. Isn't that stunning? Thistle. I love them. They've got very punny names. Thistle While You Work. I think these ones were January's. Icicle. Bing. Snowcap.
Oh, it's pretty. It's got little bits of green.
Yeah, I know. Isn't that pretty?
It's flecked.
Got flex.
So, sorry, you can't see it on
Yeah, I
camera.
know you can't. I mean, you can't put it up against the white piece of paper because you still won't see it. Statuesque. It's a good gold. Nobel. Roses are gold. Wow, that's pretty. Roses are gold.
It's like dead roses.
It does. It's really pretty, isn't it? Yeah, it does, like the ones.
Like
Irony.
Like how they end up in your
How they end up in
vase.
my vase. You go, I know. Oh, our roses in our garden this summer have been beautiful. Ampersand. Oh, that's good. It's kind of like
Black.
it's a black, but it's like a purpley black. Oh, that's good. I do love a good black. Tuesday. That's good too.
That's almost pure black.
Yeah, it's good. It's a really good black.
I wonder how they got that.
I don't know, baby. Midnight. Yeah, black and grey, just FYI.
And brown.
And brown are the proper brown, unless they're using RIT dye, but are the three hardest, like browns you can kind of get in a RIT dye. But when you're using like...
We don't use RIT dye.
I know, that's what I'm saying. I do.
You cheat and use
But
RIT
Brand
dyes.
uses like a professional dye. It's very hard to get a good brown. It's very hard to get black, and it's very hard to get grey. You've practiced many times. I think Black Swan's pretty good. It's becoming a big seller, and Brendan hates dyeing it. It's really popular. Old Book, that's a lovely one.
Because it's a double dye.
It's a double dye, so that and Seaweed. Seaweed is Brendan's favourite linen that we dye, but both of those colours take a long time.
Seaweed takes
Seaweed's all day.
14 hours to dye
It's
seaweed.
crazy, but it's gorgeous. Dust it off. Get back to these.
But every time I dye a piece, I don't want to sell it to a
He
shop.
doesn't want to sell it. It's so funny. He says, you should see what's on the line now. Unicorn. I don't know how he parts with Seaweed.
Because
Sequoia.
you make me part with it.
I kept you
Otherwise-
a really nice 40 count out last time.
Otherwise, I'd have a whole family of
He
seaweed
would.
here.
It's all he'd have in his stitch tash over there. What's that? Timpani? Timpani?
Timpani or something.
Timpani? Don't know what that
I
is.
don't know what that is, but it's pretty...
Is that a musical instrument?
No idea. It's pretty...
Timpani? Timpani? I don't know.
It's pretty rusty colour.
Oh, this is pretty. Oh, we had. What was that one? Oh, that was Tuesday. This is Thursday. Wow, that's like the deepest burgundy you can imagine. That's gorgeous.
Does that match your mood as you're heading towards the weekend? Or...
Maybe. I don't know. No, it should go the other way. It should get lighter as you go towards me.
No, because of the weeks.
Oh, yeah, maybe. Don't know. Spinach.
You just start
Love
off
this.
optimistic, and then by Friday,
I thought you meant you were looking forward to the weekend.
by Friday you're counting down the seconds until 5 o'clock.
Till the weekend starts. Oh, I love colour and cotton. One of my designs is coming out with colour and cotton. I loved stitching on it. It's fabulous. Angela and the team at Colour and Cotton, as you probably all know, are in the throes of opening a retail shop, which is very exciting. And that's another thing we were going to visit when we were over there, but we won't be able to next. We were literally going to be driving straight through St. Louis.
Maybe next trip.
I hope so. But yeah, so I was a bit worried because I've got they're going to do packs, so the shops can just ring up and order a pack for that particular design. So the shops don't have to stock the whole range; they can just buy our pack. I know Kathy Haberman does the packs with them and a few other designers, but I'm a little bit concerned that I've given such short notice to Angela to have that ready. So I'm going to they've been fantastic. It's my fault. I said to her, look, I wouldn't normally get it to you this late, but anyway, it was just something I decided to do last minute, so that's why. It was going to be our exclusive for market, but I think it'll just be a regular release now. It should be at the end of this month, but I said, look, we're in your hands. If you can get the packs done, great. If not, we'll just release it in another month or so, whenever. In another month or so. It just means I'll have one already ready. But they're fabulous to deal with. I'll be doing a lot more designs with Colour and Cotton because I just love working with it. Okay, so they're all four of their thread clubs. This is for January. This is Lovebirds. As I said, I'll show February. It should be here by the time our next video
Don't
is.
move these other way. So
Move those so we don't get them. Yeah, it's got to go on my Leon. Oh, sorry, it's not Leon Roxy. It's Roxy Floss Co. now. Sorry. So this is Colour and Cotton Desire.
It's pretty pink.
Isn't that pretty? Radiant Lilac. This are the All Colours Club. Isn't that pretty? Rose Petals. That's pretty. Heavenly. I know Angela did say to me too that if these are all kind of one-offs, these are not part of their regular range, I don't believe. But I've said to her there's a lot of colours I've been getting over since I joined this that I would really like to design with. And I'm pretty sure she said to me when we saw her that time that if there's a colour in these that I want to use for a design, they'll dye it for us, so for the packs. So that's really good because some of these, they're great for my own stitching, but I want to design with them as well. So this one's Heartthrob. Oh, look at this one. Kismet, that's gorgeous.
Oh, that's a bright pink.
Isn't that pretty? It's like a cerise and a medium cerise. Candy Hearts, that's a good one. That's exactly what it looks like. Tell these they're all getting ready for Valentine's Day. Coming Up Roses. Ooh, that's a good red.
I need to get organised like this.
What's that, baby?
Seasonally.
Seasonally?
Yeah.
Tea berry. Gorgeous. So they were the bright variegateds. This is more of the all colours, so that I get 10. Oh, look at these. Daydream. Fairy Tale. Bouquet. Oh, look at that. Secret Admirer. Oh, this is pretty. Cherub. And last but certainly not least, the Primitive Neutrals. I'm not sure if you can still join the Current Cotton Floss Club. I'm pretty sure.
They'll have a waiting list if you can.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure you can, but if not, get on their waiting list. I can't. Oh, and they obviously have a fabric club too. Oh, I'd love to join that as well. But the yeah, at least get on their waiting list because it's really good. Okay, champagne. Oh, this is beautiful. Look at that. That's bubbly. It's kind of like a DMC 407, which I use a lot. Blush, another really good pink. Oh, I like that one. Great Falls. And Valentine's Grey. So they're gorgeous. I'm also in the Threads of History Club with Country Sampler in Wisconsin in Spring Green, and I literally just received this. I think it was on Friday. You brought it home. This is called. Actually, I better take it out of here. As always, beautifully packaged.
You didn't open it this time before.
I didn't. I'll take it out now, but I don't.
You'll never get it back in again.
I won't. But look how pretty that is. Look at that.
Nice fabric.
So pretty. That is the fabric. I think it's like seraphim. I could be wrong. Oh God, no! Yeah, I was wrong.
Yeah.
What? Well,
you should check before you say it.
It's fibre on a whim. Fibre on a whim. Love both Seraphim and Fibre on a Whim. So, but this is by Chessie and Me, and it's lovely. And it's called Bertha May Brown Sampler. So that is gorgeous. And I picked the 40 count. I choose to be in the 40 count.
Don't muck it up.
Version. I'm going to get that back in there, sweetie.
Looks pretty.
It's very pretty. I know. You know, the trouble is when Jeannie does these, you don't want to open them up. I'm also I renewed for the XG Designs Fabric of the Month Club. I get the Fat Quarter in Prim in 40 count, and I just got that. These get here really quick. This is January's. Oh, that's right. I just remembered. Ooh.
Didn't you open it?
I've been sick. I've been sick. I've been not. I thought I'd open it on Flosstube. Wow. Okay, so that's a nice bonus. It's always nice to be surprised on camera. So I joined it, I joined it 3 months ago. So now I've joined for the longer. I think I've joined for 6 and I can extend it for another 6. So this is beautiful. This is called, it's January's one. It's called Spring Grass. It's beautiful and it's green, so, no brainer. Now, they always put in a little free design. I can't remember what the free one for last year was. My mind's blanking. But this is a Year of Flowers, so it's 1 of 12. It's a little free design you get with the, and oh my gosh, it's one of my favourite flowers. This one's a snowdrop. But they've also included a gift thread. How nice is that? Oh, wow. Maybe they've got a thread club as well. Uh-oh. That could be dangerous. Wow, that was a lovely bonus. Thank you so much for that. That was really good. Now, this is not a purchase, but I joined the Sampler of the Rockies, Sampler Guild of the Rockies. When did I join that? End of last year, I think. Because I found out quite a few of my friends are in this guild. And in fact, I think it's tomorrow. They do Zooms and online things. I got my friend Paulette was the guest designer for last month, so we all got this beautiful exclusive design from Paulette for the guild. That was a lovely bonus. So I'm actually going to stitch that. That won't take too long to stitch, so I'll show that in a future floss trip. But also, and I didn't know I'd get this, but this it's their 30th anniversary. So I got, the whole guild thing that has all the members and everything in it, which is lovely. But I also got, what a bonus this is, it's a Blackbird Designs did an exclusive, which is a little kind of needle book. So that was a lovely bonus that arrived in the mail that I was not expecting. So yeah, it's nice when you get presents in the mail. That's not a purchase. That's a gift. So what did you buy? So I think that's all my purchases. What have you got? Oh, sweet, it's so hot today. What did you buy, Sweetness?
The air conditioning's on.
I know it is, but I'm just... You know what it's like when you sit somewhere, it was hot as anything when we walked in here and we put the air conditioner on. I can feel it now, but when you sit in a room for long enough, you start getting hot again. Look at this loveliness.
So Thistle Threads periodically offer frosting bags. And they all come in this, each time you get them, they come in this pretty little box, which is a casket for you to colour in. And they come full. Whoa.
What is it, baby? Like a stash enhancer?
Yeah, it's a stash enhancer. So Tricia gets or commissions a whole series of different threads to be made to use in caskets and different stitching.
Embroidery.
So this one is a whole series of different gimps, and there was actually more than could fit in the box this time. So they're all from Access Commodities, and they're beautiful gimps, beautiful colours.
What are these things?
Some little sequiny things. I'm not sure what they are.
Oh, they're like little daisies. Gilt, dyed, stamped. Oh, they're really pretty.
Yeah, I don't know what they're for, but I'll find something to do with them.
Yeah.
Or just put them in the box with all the rest. But there's some really beautiful threads. I'm not sure if you can see without them going everywhere. This is awkward. Yeah, so there's a whole series of different gilt gimps and threads, silk and metallics.
Wow, look at those ones.
Yeah, they're really pretty. So look at this one. It's a little cord. I'm not sure if you can see it, but it's all gold and silver, sparkly.
Bullion cord.
So lots more little pretty things to add to my collection of other pretty things that Karen's not allowed to touch.
Brendan needs to do a quick video one day just to see all of this stuff he's bought from Thistle Threads.
This time, normally they just fit in the little box, but there was so many this time that they come
How often do
separately.
they come out, baby?
A couple of times a year. And I also got from Tricia the Whitney Antiques latest book as well, which is
Band samplers. It was an exhibition that was on Whitney Antiques. We were fortunate enough
so
to have a private...
a beautiful book. It's got some beautiful samples in here and the history of all the samples as well. So that one's stunning.
When we went over there, when we got a private viewing of their beautiful antique shop with all their samplers, didn't we, Bren?
Yeah.
When we were over at in England, oh gosh, it's quite about 7 years ago now.
But the catalogue this time is enormous.
This was a separate exhibition they put on, wasn't it?
Yeah. Normally they're only like a quarter of the size of the catalogues. We've got a whole bunch of their catalogues, but this one's beautiful. I'm not sure if Tricia has any left, but I know you could get it at the attic as well.
I was going to say, I'm pretty sure Jean has it at the attic.
Yeah.
It's worth every cent. It's really beautiful. And Brendan's favourite of all samplers, Brendan's favourite are band samplers, so that was perfect for him.
Yeah. And we also got this book from Dawn as well. We bought it direct from Dawn.
Dawn, thank you for sending it to Australia. I know it's not easy to send overseas sometimes, so we appreciate
really
it. She autographed
appreciate
it for you. Yeah. It was very, very kind.
Yeah, so it's beautiful. It's all old needle rolls.
It's gorgeous. It's only just arrived, so you haven't had a good
I
chance
haven't even had a look at it yet. You took it off me.
I did. I ripped that thing straight out of the back.
It got here on Friday.
Yeah.
You took it. No, this is the
I
first
haven't
time
had
I've
a
actually
chance to
seen
read
it.
it either. I've just had a quick flick through it.
So
The actual needlework ones are at the back. They're
so it's just
beautiful.
beautiful needle rolls with all the antique fabrics.
Ones at the back are kind of more needlework.
Wow.
Yeah, aren't they amazing? Look at that.
Yeah, some beautiful needle rolls in here. So thank you for autographing and sending this book to us so quickly. It's absolutely beautiful.
I think Dawn's selling that through quite a few needlework shops as well. I don't know if they'll whether the Quilt Open or Stitch and Time or anyone will have that here, but
Hopefully.
if not, yeah, I'm sure anyone in Australia can buy it through. I'm sure the Attic and Hobby House and places, I'm sure they'd all have it. Probably.
Traditional Stitches, Hobby
Yeah,
House.
Traditional Stitches, yeah.
They'll all have it.
Yep.
Take these out. I thought you were going to steal those.
I am. I'm just waiting for you to show it here, and I'm taking them. Of course.
We've shown you this before. This is a Victorian illustrator. So we haven't shown you this one before. We've shown you some of the other work before. Vlad releases his books via Kickstarters, and he is an amazing illustrator.
Oh.
And this one is basically like an encyclopedia of cryptids. So he's painted...
Chupacabra. It's cute.
Where's... There he is.
Yeah.
So he's painted the monsters, so that's the Loch Ness Monster, and then given you the history of that monster as well.
There's my favourite Mothman.
There's the fake one that shouldn't be a cryptid.
Stop.
Shouldn't be included next book of cryptids. But as bonuses, he gives you a whole bunch of other things as well.
He does a lot of Australian illustrations as well of our flora and fauna.
Yeah, so he did.
Oh, you got something in there.
The little poster. Yeah.
Oh, there we go. Yeah.
He got Australian birds and flowers, and then he gave me a little postcard. I'm not sure what that one is. Buru. Haven't found that one yet. A little greeting card.
Which I don't think Brendan will ever send to anybody because he'll keep that.
No, I never sent them.
I'm having this though.
A bookmark.
I'll have that one now because Brendan only reads ebooks, and I like to have a real book in my hand. I use both, but I like it.
And a sticker sheet as well.
He autographed the back for you. That's
It's
nice.
a sticker sheet.
That's really nice.
You can't have that big.
Nah, they're all. I just wanted the bookmark because, as I said, if I have a choice, I prefer a physical book. Oh wow, it's nice texture, Brendan. Feel that? Good quality. So thank you, baby. So that's my little bookmark.
So that's my purchases.
Yeah, you've done good this time, baby. Haven't you? Now, Stitchy Kindness. This is going back. I actually did. It's Christmas, so I won't go through everything. And I know Vicky from Stitch and Button has done a video on her lovely box. We were asked to do she did a 12 Days of Christmas box. So check out Vicky. She's on Flosstube, Stitch and Button, but she also does these beautiful bags and stuff as well. And she did it was her first box ever. It was a 12 Days of Christmas one. So it started after we filmed last because it started on Boxing Day for us, the 25th for the Northern Hemisphere. So I did on my Instagram, I was doing a daily opening, but I think I got slack in the last 3 days and got too caught up with everything to do with my operation and didn't film the last couple. But I won't go through everything. But we did the chart for her. So because we did the chart, she gifted us the box, which was just fantastic. So this, I won't go through everything. So
She made all these things.
She made everything. It was incredible. So this was the beautiful bag that she made. So that was your first thing, and then you had 1 to 12 packages. One of the things was this beautiful little zipper pull. Was one of the days. As I said, check out Vicky's video of the whole box because she'll show you up close. But there were like needle threaders, all the floss, hand dyed fabric for the chart, beads for the chart, floss drops for the chart, needle minder for the chart, a counting pin, one of these little corner tray to hold everything in. Just incredible. If Vicky does it again, I cannot recommend this highly enough. Oh, there was also a laser cut ornament for our tree.
Yeah, and candy that I ate.
And candy that Brendan ate, yes. So, but yeah, fantastic box. Can't recommend it highly enough. She did a lot of work. And she wrapped everything beautifully. That was labour intensive. So I don't know. I don't know whether she's going to do another one, but if she does, get on that because it'll be fantastic. And our lovely, lovely friend Dot Hayward from Victoria, she's been such an amazing friend to us and supporter of ours. She loans us beautiful samplers that she owns for us to reproduce. She's just seriously one of the kindest people on the planet. Well, she showed on Instagram, I think, this finished chart. I couldn't find it anywhere to buy in Australia. So she sent me hers because she's finished it, obviously. Just love it. So I will be sending this back to Dot as soon as it's finished. But check out, Dot Hayward, I think that's her Instagram, I'm not sure. But this is called House and Hound. It's by Samplers Revisited. When was this? Yeah, this was 2018, so it's not that long ago. But it's got a whippet or an Iggy or a greyhound. I'm not quite sure, but can you show that closer? It's an Iggy, yeah, or a whippy. So I just blah blah
Probably
blah.
a whippy. It's a bit big.
It's whippet. I think it's a bit big. Could be a greyhound, maybe. Could be one of them. It's one of the breed we love. It's got to be a whippet for us.
It looks well behaved, so it can't be an Iggy.
That's right. Yeah, so thank you, Dot. I love this. And because you loaned it to me, it means so much as well. Look at the glorious card that she gave me. Look, I keep all this stuff. That'll go with all my beautiful cards. So thank you, Dot. That was extremely kind, and it was a lovely surprise to get in the mail. She's just incredibly generous. Okay, now for the big drum roll. Oh, no, little things. Well, not little things, but a nice...
Stop organising me.
I'm just excited for you to show them.
So I got a couple of things as well, a couple of little presents in the mail. So the first is from Danny and Debbie, fellow Bigfoot lovers.
New Mexico, was it?
Yeah. So they sent me this great sticker, which will go on one of our Yetis. I think it might go on this one because this one's a bit naked.
Just lovely surprise in the mail.
Yeah, and they wrote a nice little letter too, which is really nice. Thank you. And our friend Michelle from Mama Loves You GB sent us a chart.
I think that's on our Desert Taipan, I think. Not just, Desert Taipan, which is going to be a release. Yep. But Michelle got an early piece of... Oh, she's in our fabric club too, so she got it as a... Because we're going to release this one. And she stitched them all, I think. But she kindly gave us the chart, which I will definitely be stitching.
Yeah. And
using up all my antique buttons. You can get that directly from Michelle, Mama Loves You GB, on Instagram, Flosstube, and her Etsy store.
It's a great little chart.
It's really, really good. And that'll stitch up really quickly. So if you're looking for a nice, sometimes, especially at the start of the year, I find when you tend to start a lot of big projects at the start of the year, and sometimes it's just nice to have something that you can start and finish really quickly. And I do know, I'm only partway through watching it, but Michelle shows you those gorgeous pin cushions on her latest Flosstube. Now for the big one.
Yes, so I actually got...
I knew this was coming.
An amazing,
I didn't know mine was coming.
An amazing present in the mail from Colleen, from Stitching with the Sisterlies.
Stitching with the Sisterlies. Colleen and Cheryl do Stitching with the Sisterlies on Flosstube.
So they sent us a little card.
But Colleen, well, just before you show a little quick background with this. When we were at the attic at summer school, Brenda doesn't know all this. When we were at the summer school, oh my gosh, I can't remember the person. I've got it written down somewhere, but a lovely person left a gift for me at our table, and it was lovely what she gave us. But one of the things was a quilt pattern, and she said, I know you quilt, I thought you might want to make this for Brendan. Now I showed that pattern, gosh, it must have been back in about September. Well, then Colleen contacted me privately. She said, oh look, just so you know, I've almost finished making that for Brendan. And I said, well, that's good. It means I don't have to make it. So but the funny thing is that when it was sent, it literally got here in like 3 days. But for some weird customs reason, and this doesn't normally happen, there was some massive hold up in customs. It was saying it was in Sydney customs, and then it said it was in Melbourne, which is a far south capital city down in Victoria. And then it was back in Sydney. And then once it was finally released from customs, it arrived. Now, we did do a video of Brendan opening this, but I can show you now. And then
really show you. I'll put a picture up.
But look at this.
It's beautiful. Thank you so much. I love it. Karen's not allowed to touch it.
It's beautiful in the back too, isn't it? All flannel.
It's all flannel. So I'm wishing the hot weather away here.
Everyone says that Brendan should turn the air conditioning up full balls so it's freezing in the house and he can wrap himself in. So look at this.
It's Biggie in the forest. Absolutely fantastic, and I love it. Thank you so much, Colleen.
I don't think I've ever seen Brendan so shocked. After we finished, I had to do a quick, because he wouldn't wait until the Flosstube to do it, because he thought probably I might postpone the Flosstube again. So, he's getting chillier in here now.
I'll be sweating in a couple of minutes because it's like 80 degrees.
Just have to be up. We'll have to have this as our screenshot.
But you got a present
Look
too.
what I got. So, not to be left out, I got this beautiful cushion from Colleen. I've got the cushion in there now. It was the cushion cover. And this is beautiful. This is Chilla Pink. It's a discontinued line called Elizabeth. Oh my gosh. I was just like, oh wow. Brendan said that Colleen must love him more because he got a quilt.
Yep.
But Colleen said to me when I said, he was just joking, but I said that on Instagram and she said, I must love you too because this is now a discontinued, very highly sought after fabric range. So thank you, Colleen.
It's a beautiful pillow.
We'll have to have our screenshot. So yeah, I was so excited. Oh my gosh, we were tracking this thing everywhere and Colleen was getting so anxious. She said, you know what, if this thing gets lost, I'm just going to make him another one. I said, you are not making him another one. I can promise you it'll get out of customs. I just don't know when, so.
Don't touch it.
I know. So but as I said, I had to film him opening it so Colleen could see him opening it and we'll insert that here. But after we took the video, he just kept saying to me all afternoon, she made me a quilt.
You won't even make me a quilt.
I made you a quilt maybe like 15 years ago. No, 20 years ago, something like that. It was my one and only one I ever made. It was all ties. It was back when you were in the office and you still wore ties. That's how long ago it was. But, yeah, nothing of this magnitude. Yeah, he just kept saying, oh, and it's flannel on the back. It's going to be so warm.
So now I'm wishing the hot weather away.
He wants winter to be here. So.
Because what we had, since I got the quilt, the weather's been like mid to high 30s the whole time. So
stinking hot.
80s to 90s and close to 100.
We were complaining that we weren't getting much of a summer, and then his quilt arrived, and suddenly the hot weather.
Summer with it.
It's here with a vengeance. So.
I knew where summer was. It was hiding in customs with a quilt.
Yeah. Yeah, so that was one of the best surprises I think you've ever gotten, wasn't it, baby?
It's amazing. Thank you so much.
Yeah, so, one thing we did forget to tell you about too, another thing that happened, we, Gary and Ronnie from Garon Stitchery contacted us, what was it, late last year?
Yeah.
But then they, to ask them, could we do a fabric club with them? So we said, we hadn't been asked before, so we thought, okay. Now, it got postponed because they actually ended up moving from Florida to Alabama. What was that, in January, I think. And we just said, well, we're ready when you are. So, yeah, so that went on sale, was it in February? Was it this month?
Last week, wasn't it?
Last week?
Or the week before.
Sold out in a day. So they only went with four. They went with four. We had to be careful too because we can't do it with, it was just that they asked us and we thought, yeah, okay. You've got a big waiting list for our fabric club, which we can't open up to anymore just yet. And we wanted to be careful with linen supply and everything like that, so nobody got let down. I think you're going to be dying 2 months in advance for them, aren't you, Bren? So that way everything will be fine. Yes, so I think they're doing it. What did they do it in, baby? They did it in 32 and 40 and 16 and 18.
I think so.
Ada, I think. So they just want to do the 4 counts to start with to see how it goes. I think they're a little bit nervous about that 36 count issue, even though we showed them that we're fine with that now. But I think that was a smart thing to do, just to keep it at 4 counts.
Yeah.
They were thrilled. They rang us the day after and said it's sold out. So thank you so much for supporting us and mostly for supporting them. They've got a lovely new space that the shop's now in their new home. I think if you check out Garon Stitchery, they load their videos, I think, every Friday, I think it is. I think it's Saturday out on Friday over there.
Yep.
And you'll see, I think in the last one, I haven't watched it yet, but I think Ronnie's doing a tour of the whole place. It's amazing their setup now, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's funny how you don't know how small your space was you worked in before until you go somewhere bigger. It's like us here.
Yeah, and they've got a wait list now as well.
They do have a wait list, so contact. I think the wait list is actually now on their website. I think they opened it up through just email to start with.
Yep. And
now the wait list is listed on Garon Stitchery website. So so thank you for supporting the boys and for supporting us. I don't think there's a whole lot else. We've got what are your plans, baby? What's happening now in the next?
Dying February.
Just battling on while I'm not here.
I'll try and find some more time to spend on my box.
You're trying to do about half an hour a day, aren't you? Because you seem to get a lot done when you do at least a bit like that 25/7 thing where people stitch for 25 stitches or 25 minutes a day, 7 days a week. That seems to be working for you.
Yeah, but that stops me from getting distracted as well. So although I did last night when I started stitching in one half and suddenly ended up in the other half.
That was funny. Brent started laughing and I said, what happened? He said, look what I've done. Thankfully the stitching was correct. But right across the back was a great big red piece from one side of the Quaker to the other. He just, I don't know what you did.
I started stitching on one line and ended up on the other side of the design stitching.
So like he snipped it in the middle so he could just thread them through. So it's not showing through, but it was hilarious. He just looked at me and I was more worried you'd stitched the wrong thing, but it was the right stitching, just the wrong side.
Yeah, just ran the thread this long across the back.
So funny. But also too, he's into the fun part of that now with the pretty design thing in the middle.
Flower bit, yeah.
And you stitched that pair very quickly for me.
Well, I would have stitched it quicker if I hadn't unstitched so much.
That's true. Just our plans for me, honestly, I'm just following up this. I'm just going to call my surgeon in the morning and see if I can get an MRI on this knee and just see what's going on down there. See what I've done. Hopefully it's nothing. Hopefully it's just something I have to stay off and we'll see what happens. But my whole thought is too, if I do have to have something done, at least I can get it done now rather than wait when we're ready to go away. So I'll be following that up tomorrow. I'm going to continue stitching, working. So the good thing is my computer's at home. I can keep designing. I can keep stitching. So at least I am working. Patreon is going really well. Again, we want to be, everything's all up to date. I did a temperature cell chart for this year. So that's up there and that's up there for any of that. That's not something that comes up and down. That was just there for any new Patreons to download. I'm trying to do more little bonus charts here and there. We're also going to, for tier 4, I think it is, do a free mystery stitch along starting in June, and that'll be a monthly thing. We've had quite a few people ask me if I'd do one because of Bren's free one that he does just online in general at the start of every year. Everyone's been asking me for one. So we're just going to do that one, though, through Patreon. We want to do a lot more interactive stuff with our Patreons, don't we? So more Zooms, I'll personally do some lives and things like that.
I've got to set some cameras up.
Bren's finally got the whole camera thing, I think, worked out now. So it's a bit scary when you haven't used that kind of technology before. So it'll just be a bit you'll have to use a few guinea pigs, so that'll be fun. But we do want to interact more, show a little bit more behind the scenes what we're doing, so people are getting good sort of value for money. We try to do as much as we can. If any of our patrons have got any suggestions, always ask us and we'll see what we can do. We're trying to make it bigger and better all the time.
Yep.
The fabric and the bags will be going out as soon as I can finish the bags off. Might be a little bit delayed just because I just can't walk at the moment. So but that's all fun. So that's getting more and more all the time. Fabric club's ready to go out. And that's about it, I think. Bren's been doing a little bit of bonsaiing when he gets home. The good thing is it's daylight savings. So some days when Bren's got home and the sun's still up, you've been pottering out, getting back into your bonsai. Mm-hmm. Bren used to do bonsai many, many, many years ago. When I first met him, you'd been doing it for years.
Yeah.
And then, I don't know, over the last few years, I think work's just gotten in the way.
Oh, we had that snowstorm that killed a whole bunch of them too.
I think we mentioned that in the last video. We used to live in the Blue Mountains, and I don't know why we lived up there 13 years and never had that happen.
It was a late snowstorm.
Late snowstorm.
It was in October.
Yeah, that's right. It was getting close to Christmas. That's right, which is our spring. So, normally in the Blue Mountains here, it's not like our snowy mountains. It normally snows in if you're lucky, maybe in June or July, sometimes in August, but that was like, October, November.
I think it was October, yeah. It was a freak storm and we went home.
We went home and all of Bren's bonsais, which were outside because it was the spring, died.
You got froze. Some of them were very old as well, and I think that just knocked the enjoyment out of it for you for a while. But now he's collecting again and working out with them again, making some beautiful, beautiful little trees. Baby trees.
And that's another thing we're looking forward to going to the Pacific Northwest because Brendan's favourite bonsai artist lives not far from Portland, and there's also the bonsai museum or something in Washington State, so that'll be good. Go and see all the pretty trees because it'll also be a little bit later. It'll be spring. Yeah. Now when we go, almost summer when we go over, so that'll be actually nicer weather too. We used to go over there when it's cold.
It should be warm.
So that's about it.
I think that's all our plans.
I don't think we've got anything else.
No.
Oh, I forgot to show one thing. Will I show this that my friend Carol made me for Christmas?
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. We will get off here in a minute.
So you've got to put it on the list.
I know, I didn't put it on the list. It's my fault. Mm-hmm. I forgot to show this in our December Flosstube. I don't know why I had it on the table. It wasn't until after we finished filming I thought, my favourite thing, and I left it on the table. But my beautiful friend Carol, smell that, you'll love that, baby, it's your favourite.
Lavender.
So we always swap gifts at Christmas, and so in her Christmas gift, this was this beautiful little sachet that she made, and it's got all some Australian lavender in there. It's all lavender's the same everywhere, but it's grown here in Australia. She made me this beautiful little wool applique ornament which I had to take off our tree and show today. That design is by Annie Downs from Hatched and Patched, our friend Annie, and her husband Pete dyes all the felted wool, beautiful felted wool too. And then she made me this this is out of Blackbird Designs fabric. I can't think of the name of the range now. My heart remembers or something, I think. And she also put little, she fussy cut little bees. And this is a lovely little sewing pocket. And she fussy cut, are you hot in that quilt yet?
No,
she fussy cut the bees. So that's beautiful. But my favourite thing, and again, this is beautiful. This is done in, again, Pete Hatched and Patched felted wools, but this is Carol's, and she, I just love this. So I think this is my favourite. She's made me a lot of things over the years, but this is my favourite, and it's in Liberty fabrics as well. It's a little needle book. Look at that beautiful applique and embroidery on the front, and in the middle is a gorgeous, and you'll see it's got little rabbits on it.
And ducks.
Rabbits and ducks.
They're ducks.
They're all ducks. Oh, they're ducks, not rabbits. Sorry.
Or geese.
Oh my gosh, that fabric range had rabbits too. I think they're like
geese with bonnets.
They're like what's her name? Jemima Puddle Duck almost.
They're all geese with bonnets.
Yeah, they are. Oh, I just love it so much. I love it so much. Carol is. If you ever see her, check out Cherry Pie Designs. She does the most beautiful quilts, and her work is meticulous. And I love her, and she's one of my very close friends. So that's just the last little goody thing to show. We better say goodbye because Brendan's going to probably have heat stroke here in a minute.
No, the love's keeping me cool.
Oh my gosh. Okay. So we will get off here, and I know there'll be a million things we've missed telling you over the last 2 months, but I think we hit the highlights. Don't you think?
And the lowlights.
And the lowlights, yeah. It's, a glass half full. It's all good. So we will be back in 2 weeks because we want to show you all the market releases. Our market releases. Well, it's not market releases anymore.
Market releases.
Our March releases.
Yeah.
As I said, the shops will have access to those through the distributors. So yeah. So until the next 2 weeks, we will. I don't know what we're going to do. I don't know where I was going with that. We'll just say goodbye for now, and we'll see you soon.
Bye.
Bye. Okay, so a big package has just arrived in the mail for Brendan. I know what it is. So Brendan's anxious to open it, so we're going to film this now. So where you go, Bren?
So it's from Colleen.
Yep. Stitching with the sister leaves. We've been very anxious because this got caught up. Oh, Brendan, don't swear.
I'll beep it out.
Look.
Wow.
Have a look. It got caught in Melbourne for ages. Well, with Australia Post Customs here somewhere. Look at this.
Made a quilt.
Yep.
Holy crap, even you won't make me a quilt.
I know. Have a look at this. Oh, wow, it's huge. Isn't it awesome?
It's amazing. It's got Bigfoot in the middle. I don't know if you can see it.
Yep. The dogs are wanting to get up.
There's Bigfoot hiding in the trees.
Yep.
It's fabulous.
Isn't that amazing?
Absolutely amazing.
Do you remember when somebody kindly gave me the pattern at summer school and I showed it on our Flosstube? Well, then Colleen contacted me. She was already making it for you. So I said, oh, that's fantastic. That means I don't have to. I still can't believe it.
It's fabulous. Thank you.
Wow. Peaches approves too, obviously.
Well, Peaches just doesn't want to not be the centre of attention.
Yep. Isn't it amazing, Bryn?
It's fabulous. Thank you, Colleen. And there's a...
She was actually, I think she was worried that it was never going to get through Australian Customs and was going to make you a second one.
But they probably thought it was Bigfoot. So they probably thought it was like skins or something. They probably went through all the tests.
I don't know.
And this one's for you.
Oh, wow. Okay. I'll have a look at that in a minute.
Oh, cool.
So that's Colleen from Stitching with the Sisterlies.
So cool. Thank you so much, Colleen.
I have no idea. Hang on, do you want to take a quick... Where's that cushion? We'll take a quick photo for our thing. Is Bigfoot on there?
No,
Oh,
Bigfoot's... He's halfway down the back.
Oh, he is. He's heavy. He can't do that. You can't do it, I think.
You still can't see Bigfoot.
No.
He's upside down anyway.
He's upside down.
He's on his head.
So go back to where... Oh, my God, Brendan. What are you going to do?
Where is Biggie?
Just pull him over there.
There he is.
Can you see it?
Yeah.
Done. Oh, please, God, tell me that thing taped.
You see if it smells nice.
I know. It's good, isn't it?